Hey there, guys. This is Tyler back for another episode of the Tyler Podcast Redux. I am joined by just the Water Pumpkin today. Hello.
For real this time, it's just gonna be me.
Yep. This is the October 2023 episode, which this is going to be quite the episode because a lot has happened this month because of the first topic of the podcast, which is like the FNAF movie. But yeah, how are you doing today, as a Water Pumpkin?
I'm doing great.
That is pretty cool. So I'm doing alright. I'm doing fine. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about the FNAF movie, then we're gonna be talking about, which is gonna be spoiler free, by the way. Then we're gonna be talking about the Chuck E. Cheese Finance of Fun controversy earlier this month. Then the new FNAF game that is potentially being made by Clickteam. It's not like confirmed, but like something. I'll get into it. Then the Living Tombstone remixes for Joints for a Bite and the Goth remix for the FNAF one song. And then 5 a.m. at Freddy's Superstar Edition. And then Matt Pat's like FNAF community video from like 2 weeks ago in Game Theory. I forget the exact title of the video. And then Friday in Space 3 and then a Bite at Freddy's. So, quite the podcast today. Alright, so basically to start off, let's talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Oh boy. So, I have made it clear as day on both my Discord server and on my community tab that I loved the movie. I actually really liked it. I loved it a lot. And I'm surprised too, because I thought it was going to suck dick, but I was wrong.
For me, I loved it as well. I thought it was great. Not perfect, but still great.
Yeah, it's not perfect because there are some issues. I will say this. Even this is spoiler free, by the way. There's like 3 certain characters in the movie that I think were underused.
Yeah.
And like I plan to make like a big review of this movie, and it's the next video I'm going to make. Besides maybe a cringe cover, but yeah. So, and I will get into that there because that's what I'm gonna get in like my deep thoughts on the movie. But yeah, the FNAF movie as well. There's like a certain character I didn't care that much about either. I think we can say the names of the characters, right? Like I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think it's a big of a deal either, but
Yeah.
just go for it, I guess.
Never mind. But yeah. So yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna reveal who's who. And then something as well that like is not spoilery. There is like a lack of horror, but I think it's like I classify it more as like a thriller than anything.
Yeah, it's more thriller than horror.
Yeah, definitely. So, which you know what? If it's more of a thriller, I personally don't mind because at least like it's suspenseful in a way when watching. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There was like a few nitpicks I had with the movie, which are very spoilery. Well,
Just gotta save them for the reviews.
One of the nitpicks that I had involves like a character not being in there, a certain character not being in there. That's like important to FNAF 1. But yeah, the other nitpick, I'm not gonna say it because it's very spoilery. So, yeah. But I loved the movie. I thought, like, I will defend the plot of the movie. I think, you know, Mike's story in the movie is good. Who's the protagonist, obviously. The references that are in the movie are really fun. The animatronics are great in the movie too. There is like that one controversial, divisive scene, which I'm not gonna say what it is, but I think you know what I'm talking about, Pumpkin. It involves the
I-
animatronics.
I'm more mixed on it. I'm not gonna say anything other than that.
Yeah, I'm mixed on it too. Because like it's like two certain ways I take the scene. But yeah, the acting is great too, especially Matthew Lillard. He was great.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. And I'm surprised Abby was like good too. Usually the child actor is like the one that's like but like no, she did good too. Piper Rubio, I think her name is. Yeah.
I think she did. It did show that she cared a lot for the project.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And then Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt was also really good too. So yeah, so the FNAF movie overall, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Actually, since I as of right now, I'm thinking of giving it rather an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. But I think I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. I think.
Yeah, I really love it. Now, to be fair, there is like a fan versus non-fan division in like the FNAF community. Well, not FNAF, what? There's a fan versus non-fan division when it comes to this movie, and I think I kind of saw it coming, honestly.
I honestly saw so too.
Yeah, because like, so basically, in short, the critics on like Rotten Tomatoes and like etc. don't really like the movie like at all, whereas like the fans and some general moviegoers tend to prefer they like the movie. Because one thing I've been consistently seeing on like negative reviews of the movie on YouTube is like a lot of the comments are like, I liked that movie, it was a good movie, I loved it. Like it seems like critics of the movie that have like a platform tend to like not like the movie as much, and then like the general people are just like, I liked it, it was good, it was enjoyable, I enjoyed it. That is funny.
And they also like give high praise to that one pedophile movie apparently.
Oh yeah. Literally, so basically Cuties, which is like cheese pizza, take the acronym, the movie. They that it has an 80%, or like it's in the 80s somewhere in the percentages on Rotten Tomatoes on the critic side, which is really high in comparison to like the 30s in the percentages for the FNAF movie on the critic side. So basically they rated funny pedophilia movie over funny bear game movie higher, whatever. That is stupid. Again, I get into this in like my review, but like a lot of the critics on like Rotten Tomatoes are not credible because first off, these are people in their mid-40s watching a teen franchise movie, a PG-13 movie, so like of course like they're not going to like it. Like it's not for them. And then like I feel like half of the time they're being paid, like they're either being paid to say shit, or they're only doing it they're only saying shit to get paid. Like they want to check, or they want to stir the pot. He's like whatever. And then the third thing that's like with critics is like they are, and this is what my friend Awesome Gamer Dude told me about. They expect like a masterclass peak cinema out of like every movie they try to see. So basically they're going into the FNAF movie and expecting it to be like the best movie of all time, basically. Which I love the movie, but I wasn't expecting it to be peak cinema, and I don't think anyone was. Well, besides these assholes. So like
something similar happened with the Mario movie too.
Yeah, like the critics hated the Mario movie for just being fun, but then like audiences like it. Is the audience score for the FNAF movies in like the 80s and 90s? Last time I checked. On Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it just hit the 90s like yesterday, I think.
Yeah, so like people like this movie. It's just like, of course, like there's also people that don't, and it's mostly like professional critics, which YouTube critics are like one other thing, because at least they care about like the movies they're talking about most of the time, and it's like a passion thing on there. But like on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like very corporate and very like only done for money, and also because like they don't give that much of a shit, unless they're the critics that are like, it has to be a exquisite piece of art. So like, yeah. And then like I've been seeing a take on like some like criticism videos that we should take like the critics seriously, or at least the Rotten Tomatoes critics seriously. Honestly, I don't agree at all, because like, again, these are people in like their mid-40s trying to fucking review a teen rated movie, or like a movie made for teenagers and young adults. Like, and like if you want credible reviews and thoughts for a movie like that, just ask teenagers and young adults. I know teenagers aren't the smartest of people, obviously, and I know they're not gonna get children to like review like a fucking G-rated movie or PG movie, but like, I feel like they should have more lip service than like people in like their mid-40s. It's like the critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes are exclusively like people in their mid-40s. There's nobody else. There may be like the one 20-year-old, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just shit. But yeah, I personally loved the FNAF movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I was surprised that I liked it too, considering the direction this franchise has been going in lately, like Security Breach and Ruin and all this shit.
One thing I want to mention is that apparently the second FNAF movie is reportedly already in pre-production.
I don't know if it's like confirmed or not. I've seen what you're talking about, like people like saying that it is, but like I don't know where they got that from though.
I'm pretty sure from a Twitter account that I don't remember the name of.
Is it like a Twitter account associated? Is it like someone associated with like Blumhouse or the movie?
I'm pretty sure they said that.
Well, if that's the case, then awesome, because like the FNAF movie did well enough that like, yeah.
Apparently worldwide it's like $130 million.
Yeah, which is like super cool. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to like mention about the FNAF movie, the fucking like 2 fights that happen at the theater screenings.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Those were hilarious. The first one, that was like the most popular one. Apparently, like the audience was like complaining about the movie or something, which I didn't get that at my theater at all. Everyone at my theater were excited about the movie. They even clapped at the end.
The fights are basically like the FNAF community in a nutshell.
Yeah, I guess like it was like an opinion war the first fight, and then the second fight, I have no idea. But I saw like on like in the comments of one of like the videos of that second fight that apparently it was over fucking Skittles or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just, I swear to God. But yeah, I'm mad fighting at Five Fights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, that was like a Flash game that came out in like 2015, I think.
I wasn't even referencing that. I don't even know what that is. I was just saying it because, like, the obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing is, though, fights at movie theaters are actually kind of, like, normal. So... Oh, and there's the other thing, too, with, like, the challenge on TikTok that's everywhere of people stealing signs. Like the
oh, yeah,
signs.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's, like... That is... That is crazy. And then there's just one video of that I saw in particular of like these teenagers stealing like a FNAF movie sign, and they run out of the theater, and for some reason the cops just so happen to be there, so they literally run into the cops. It is hilarious. Oh my god. But yeah, so we have FNAF movie. It's a good movie that a lot of people, that some people, like half people, I'd say it's like mixed reception, like Security Breach, where like half people like it, half people don't. Except I think more people like the movie than more people like Security Breach. But then,
I think it's more positive, but still mixed.
yeah. I'd say like it's a movie that I personally love, that like a lot of people, like half people don't like, and there's fights and then there's sign stealings. Yeah. I think we did a good job at like making this spoiler free.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so did you know that at the end?
Yeah, I did know about the end.
No, I'm making like a spoiler Because I was gonna like
I'm following with the joke.
I was pretending to spoil the movie after we just said we were good at not spoiling it.
Yeah, and I was trying to go along with the joke.
Oh, okay. I'm the bigger stupid now. I'm the dumb. Dumb. Well, yeah, there we go. I just spoiled something. Foxy does that in the movie, but I think people knew that ahead of time, though.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great, but still not perfect though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not perfect. I already like, without spoiling, said like what my issues were with the movie.
But it was worth the 8 years this movie was in development for.
Yes, it was almost like a decade, dude. Like, holy shit. And yeah, I'm impressed. Cheers to Scott Cawthon and Blumhouse and Emma Tammy and like the actors and like everyone involved with the movie. Everyone did great. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the movie. Yeah, so I guess we can just move on to like the next topic, which is unless you have anything else to say about the movie, do you?
No, I'd just like to say it's worth 8 years.
Yeah, I agree. So the next thing is a thing that happened like before the FNAF movie. It happened this month, obviously, or else we wouldn't be talking about it in this episode.
It was like early October.
Yeah, and like this is sort of related to the FNAF movie because this exists because of the FNAF movie, and it's the fucking Chuck E. Cheese Five Nights of Fun thing that Chuck E. Cheese was doing. Which, if there's no way in hell that you don't know what Chuck E. Cheese, you have to know what Chuck E. Cheese is. Like, I know you do, but like, there's
if
no
it
way.
wasn't for Chuck E. Cheese, we would not have FNAF.
Exactly. And so basically, they're like the OGs. Chuck E. Cheese are like the OGs, but the thing is like, because of the popularity of FNAF, Chuck E. Cheese is like, Chuck E. Cheese has been notorious for like not respecting the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise at all because of how like evil it perceives the animatronics and stuff, and they just don't want to be associated with it. So when they suddenly do this like Five Nights at Fun promotion, which they're obviously doing because of the movie, it just comes across as like very hypocritical, and that's like where the controversy comes in. And honestly, I agree. It's like you suddenly like for like years pretend this franchise doesn't exist. You even start to phase out animatronics because of it, which I know part of the main reason is because of like bankruptcy and all that shit, but like you have to admit that like a small reason is FNAF.
I also heard that apparently from the CEO, he also said because the animatronics were not like they were like no kids were like even paying attention to the animatronics, which I think is bullshit because like
bullshit.
FNAF.
Yeah, literally, the last ever time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese, which was years ago, I was only there because of the animatronics, and that was because of FNAF. Like, people care. People, maybe like in like 2013, maybe people didn't give a shit, but like when FNAF came out, people gave a shit. Like,
yeah.
there's no
And I find it funny that FNAF at first started as like a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff, but nowadays it's like the other way around, which I find it super funny.
Dude, I was saying this the other day to my friend. At this point, Five Nights at Freddy's is more popular than Chuck E. Cheese.
Which is true.
Yeah, like more people, especially younger people, tend to know what FNAF is than Chuck E. Cheese. Obviously, older people are gonna know Chuck E. Cheese more than FNAF, but the new generation and younger and like teens and stuff, they care more and know more about FNAF than Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
if I remember, there was a deleted Chuck E. Cheese episode video on YouTube.
That's like the only time ever they acknowledged FNAF. They like made like an animation that was like a parody of FNAF.
There was like a night guard that was named Mike or something like that, or Fred. No, it was Fred.
Yeah, and then like it was like security shit. It was like kind of horror, but it was like animated, obviously, so it wasn't like a bit scary, but like still, it was like a horror tone.
And along with the announcement of Five Nights at Fun, there was like that leak image about a paper telling employees what not or what to say.
Yeah, that's stupid because it just further that's just further proof that like this was clearly like meant to ride off the success of the FNAF movie. Like, again, they're only doing this because like the FNAF movie was going to be successful, and we know it is now because, well, it's out now, and the opening weekend like box office money or whatever is like, it's like up there, is like surpassing movies, dude. Like, this movie's popular, and it was projected to be that before it came out, so clearly like this is the reason why Chuck E. Cheese is like doing this.
And you want to know what's more funny?
What?
They did not do the same thing for Willy's Wonderland.
Oh yeah, that's because nobody gave a shit about Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like, no offense. But yeah. It's like, it is just shit. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is weird, dude. I'm fucking sorry. Well, nowadays they are. It's like, I used to love Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. I thought their pizza was like top tier. But like, now it's just like, they get rid of the animatronics, and it's just like, I don't give a damn anymore. I want Freddy. I don't like Chucky anymore. I like Freddy.
And apparently they just got this new bunny character, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's like, because like, I think I remember like the names of like the main ones. It's like Chuck E. Cheese himself, and then like Jasper, Mr. Munch, Helen something. Not Helen Keller. I was gonna say Helen Keller, but no. and then Pasquale, who's like the chef. Like, I know those, but like, yeah, there's like this new fuck.
I actually remember the birthday for Jasper T. Giles. It's like August 26th, which is actually Natural Dog Day.
Yeah.
Apparently the bunny speaks Spanish, apparently.
Oh, so it's diversity. Let me guess, it's forced diversity.
Probably, pretty much.
But, yeah. Okay, I know this is never gonna happen. It kind of did with the pop-up location to promote the movie, but like, I know like an actual thing won't really happen because Scott has said before he doesn't want this to happen because of like real life imitation. But if they were to like ever build and make like actual Freddy Fazbear's pizzerias like across like America or even the world, I don't fucking know. I think they do better than Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, yeah, because like they're much more popular.
Yeah, nowadays.
Than Chuck.
And plus, they would actually have animatronics. I'd hope. It's like, that's the main reason people would give a shit about FNAF. Did the pop-up location that was in Los Angeles for the movie, did that have animatronics?
I don't know. I actually never heard about that until yesterday.
like I knew like the pop-up location existed because it was early in October. They like it's like opened to like promote the movie, obviously, but like I don't know if like it had animatronics or not, or if it was just like it was just like a sit down pizzeria. It was just a pizzeria that just happened to have like FNAF decorations or whatever, but like no animatronics. Like it was FNAF themed, but if it had animatronics, that would have been cool. I thought like maybe like they'd bring in like the FNAF movie animatronics to like the publication, but weren't those at like the Halloween Horror Nights thing at Universal after like production of the movie concluded?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it can't be the movie animatronics. Yeah, no, I don't think the pop-up location had animatronics. We're not talking about Chuck E. Cheese anymore. Holy shit.
Yeah, we were talking about like the Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so Five Nights at Fun, stinky. You have anything else you have to say about it?
I guess I'll say that it's funny how Chuck E. Cheese seemed like the big guy at first, but now it's just the opposite.
Yeah. Like, people care more about FNAF nowadays, I'm sorry. Like, and because of the FNAF movie, literally more adults are like discovering FNAF too, and it's like popularity, so like more of an L for Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it. So the next point of discussion is something that's that's basically in theory right now, which is not confirmed or anything, but it's something people are talking about, and that is potentially a new FNAF game being made by Clickteam. And so basically this stems from a tweet that Clickteam put out like earlier in October, like October 10th specifically, because I actually have the tweet up right now. And it has like a render of Lolbit with like a speech bubble that says "We need help. We need some help." And then it's basically, the tweet is basically Clickteam looking for people to hire, like Unreal 4 engine programmers, and 3D character artists, and 3D environment artists. And they want you to send them your resume or whatever. So like, so basically, go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out my words.
Now, it's probably possible that maybe it's for, like, the ports of, like, fanverse games, especially Joy of Creation, because of how it mentions, like, Unreal Engine. But some people have taken upon that, like, it's for a game. Because there was, like, a second tweet, too, saying they were working on something. And then it had, like, an image of, like, a caution, stay clear of animatronics while we finish construction. And it's, like, someone putting their hand in Freddy. Ouch. But,
and I'm pretty sure also people were also mentioning about why would they make a new Lolbit model. Then again, they did the same thing for Rockstar Freddy for the Halloween sale.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, it is certainly possible. It is just for ports, and especially like fanverse ports, like for Joy Creation. Because again, it mentioned Unreal Engine on the tweet, but it is also possible it could be for a new FNAF game. We still haven't gotten that Balloon Circus game. Or that Christmas FNAF game. I am convinced those were just made for merch now, honestly, though. Even though
I always thought they were just for merch.
It'd be neat.
I did like that Circus Bonnie design, honestly.
Is there like a popular fan game that's like based off of the circus animatronics?
I could check. Hold on.
Because that'd be like that's like a golden idea for like a fan game. And then same for the Christmas animatronics that they're making merch of too. That could be cool. Even though there is like, I faintly remember there is like a Christmas FNAF fan game, but it's like not that popular, but it's not like unpopular either. It's like, I forget the name of it.
My only game results of Baby's Nightmare Circus only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not, no. But, yeah. And that's all I have to really say about, like, the new FNAF game by Clickteam, potentially, because, like, there's really nothing else to it. It's just up in the air right now on what like Clickteam is exactly working on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this could be Clickteam's first game without Scott in it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Clickteam is supposed to be Scott's replacement for like retirement or whatever.
Could be. I can tell he can really trust them.
Yeah. Because maybe like also because of like how controversial Security Breach was, I don't think Scott is wanting Steel to be like the owner of the franchise. Like whatever. So I think he's like gonna see what Clickteam can do before possibly fully retiring.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything else you have to say about the FNAF game potentially?
We are confused about Mingle's gender, but we're not confused about Lolbit's gender.
Yeah, isn't Lolbit like confirmed to be a girl though? I forget.
Yeah, I assume she's a female because like FNAF World.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Same here.
The next two things we're gonna talk about are music related. So the first of which, and they're both Living Tombstone related too. The first of which being the Living Tombstones Join Us for a Bite remix.
Oh boy, can't wait.
When that was first announced, that caught me so much by surprise because I didn't think they would make remixes of like pre-existing FNAF songs, and they did with my favorite FNAF song too. And I will say, even though I did like the remix, I thought it was good, but I still prefer the original Join Us for a Bite.
Yeah, there's technically like 3 remixes now, but like big remixes.
Like there's a remaster by JT Music themselves, which I still prefer the original. I'm sorry. But,
for me, I did not expect for me to actually really like the remix that much, but I actually did.
Yeah, I liked the remix. I thought it was pretty good. Like, it sounds nice. It captures what I like about Join Us for a Bite. It's just like I think I just prefer the sound of like the original.
There was one part of the song where I actually repeat because I actually liked one part of the music.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, I was there at the premiere, like the YouTube premiere, and like it was cool to see like Living Tombstone do a remix of my favorite FNAF song. And Living Tombstone, they're like the kings of like FNAF shit. So like, yeah.
Kings of FNAF songs.
Yeah, FNAF songs, not shit. But yeah.
They managed to actually get the full name of the game before anyone else did.
Yes, indeed. I have nothing else to really say about this remix. Do you?
I'll say I think it was better than JT Music's remastered version.
You know what? I think I actually agree. Yeah, I agree actually. It is better than the remaster. But I think the original solo is both of them. Like the original from 2016. Anyway, the other piece of music, Living Tombstone related, is their FNAF song Goth remix. Oh boy. So,
well,
okay. I loved this so fucking much, and I prefer it over the original. I don't know how controversial of a take that is, but I thought it was amazing, and I prefer it over the original. Now, the original is like S tier. I like gave it S tier in my Living Tombstone's FNAF songs ranked. It's like I think it's really good, but I think I put the Goth remix above it. You've listened to it, right?
Yeah, I liked it too. I'm not sure if I like it more than the original. I think I prefer the original more, but I still like it a lot.
I just prefer the sound of the Goth remix. And it's more in line with my music taste, so it's honest. So like I think it's probably biased, but like I definitely prefer like the sound of the Goth remix. It gives such like a it's been 8 years type of feeling too. That's what I love about it as well.
And apparently they actually got like Freddy from the FNAF movies like cosplayer into the song.
Ooh, I did not know that.
They also got like Alistair singing voice actor into the series and in the song who did Alistair in the Hazbin Hotel pilot.
That is interesting. Yeah, that is cool. Damn. So I guess the current ranking for me right now in terms of Living Tombstones, there's like 2 more that came out. So I Can't Fix You, It's Been So Long, FNAF song, Goth remix. This Comes From Inside, the original FNAF song. Then I'm torn between Die in a Fire or Join Us for a Bite remix. Yeah, Die in a Fire, Join Us for a Bite remix, and then I Got No Time. I'm sorry, I still think I Got No Time, so we
It's still good, you said that in your video.
It's still good. Like, I think all of like Living Tombstone's FNAF stuff is good. They're just like different types of good for me. Yeah.
Honestly, I will say I expected them to make like a remix of their first FNAF song when the movie came out. It felt like it was right if they did that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. I'm so sorry for like a few of these topics. I just don't have a lot to say.
But we still have like I'm pretty sure this is the most like topics we have for a podcast yet.
Oh yeah, definitely, because like it's like FNAF movie month. Like there's a lot that's happened. And then watch like November just have nothing. Do that.
There would probably be a joke about November.
Yeah. Yeah, what would I do if there was ever like a podcast episode where I have like nothing to talk about? I just skip the month.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Or we just like, I don't know, we just find something else to talk about that isn't like monthly news. We just do like an interview, I guess.
Could be.
We'll get the Scott Cawthon on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But do you have anything else to say about the Goth remix for Living Tombstone's FNAF song?
I'll say I'm not really a fan of Goth that much, but I did like the remix actually.
Yeah, I like Goth though, but so that's why like I personally loved it. But anyway, so the next topic of discussion, which I will probably have a bit more to talk about than the song, the music, and the Clickteam, and that is the 5 a.m. at Freddy's Superstar Edition, which is Piemations' first FNAF animation in 8 fucking years, or 7, I don't know how long it's been since their FNAF 4 animation, and this is their security breach he decided to do, not the movie, security breach. It's 5 a.m. at Freddy's in the series.
Let me check. It's almost like it has that same feeling that the Living Tombstone did when he released This Comes From Inside.
Yeah,
like it's been years.
Like first time in years type of thing. That was like, that's how I felt too. Especially since I thought Piemations just wouldn't do FNAF again. Because like, I think like, because I think I said this in my Piemations or my 5 a.m. at Freddy's video that like, I feel like in like the FNAF 4 animation, he's like kind of stopped liking FNAF. So like, but no, I guess he still has it in him.
The FNAF 4 5 a.m. video was 7 years ago.
And oh yeah, and I do remember he was gonna make one for Sister Location, but that got canceled.
Yeah.
Although I do remember at some point Piemations said that like he was gonna possibly go back to doing FNAF stuff at some point, sometime, and we're in a timeline where that's happening right now.
Man, Security Breach did actually bring back a lot of old faces again.
Oh yeah, definitely. They brought back the Living Tombstone, dude. I guess, like, because there was, like, a time period of, like, 2017 to, like, 2019 where, like, FNAF was just dead in the water to a lot of people. and so therefore not a lot of people like old faces made content on the series. But then like when Security Breach came out and proved to be successful, well, FNAF was already starting to become popular again in 2020 and 2021 because of meme culture, and then like people going back to the old games due to nostalgic reasons. But then like Security Breach was like the final like sell off to like, yeah, this series is popular again. And then the movie is even more so. Like both Security Breach and the movie made FNAF popular again. Definitely. Security Breach more because it started, but like the FNAF movie definitely brought much more people in. Like,
well, anyways, should we talk about the video itself?
yeah. But personally, I really liked it. I thought it was funny. I especially liked the whole jokes.
I liked the pre-pee poo-poo pass joke.
Yeah, that too. I do notice that like it's not as vulgar as it used to be, but I think that's just Piemations adapting to like YouTube's modern guidelines. But like even then, there's still like the whole joke, which is obviously like a dick joke or vagina joke, and then then Roxanne says "fucking" at some point, which is like an F-bomb. So like clearly like they're like clearly Piemations it's like still has that stuff. It's just like
actually, I'm pretty sure that Roxanne when he gets her eyes flashed by
yes.
Freddy. No, that was a laser.
Yeah, it was like a laser, fast laser.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she said almost said the same line as Foxy did in the sequel.
Yeah, that is like a direct reference. I like that a lot. It's like fucking like yeah, that I noticed that. That was cool.
In that video also had something that like a what if for Security Breach. I was like, what if the animatronics knew that Freddy was helping Gregory? It was something I wondered.
Oh yeah, and then it made me wonder like, what if like all this time the Glamrocks were just trying to like, besides Freddy obviously, we're trying to just like get Gregory out of there, and then the ending was hilarious to me because like. After Gregory was like, yeah, I guess this is what I want. It just shows him just getting kicked out of the Pizzaplex, and Freddy's like, come back again soon or something like that, and then just like he just walks back in, and then
song.
And then yeah, but before the song, Monty's like rock and roll or something like that. Like Monty says like something at the end, and then yeah, the cut to like Gregory is homeless, and then the song, which yeah, the song He uploaded that as like his own video too to go along with it. He uploaded a music video, and it's like I forget the exact name. I can probably like search it up right now. It's like a quick YouTube search, but it's called "Here to Rock." That was good too, honestly. And in my opinion, it's better than most modern FNAF songs. Like, and that might be a controversial take, but like I'm sorry.
And the song was even like a comedy type of song.
Yeah, because one of the lines is literally "Chuck E. Cheese can suck my cock." That was funny.
And also with and Monty is also there.
Yeah. I love how in the music video itself, Freddy does like the system error thing from like the beginning of Security Breach where he falls over and shit. That was funny. But yeah. I did notice one thing though with like part of the animation in the video, not the music video this time, so back to like the 5 AM at Freddy Superstar Edition video. I can't tell if this is an error or if it's like purposefully there as like a joke, but it's near the beginning where after Roxanne leaves Glamrock Freddy obviously shoots out Gregory from like his like stomach so you can show Roxanne that like Gregory's not there, and then after Roxanne leaves, you know how like Freddy walks over to Gregory.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, like when it's like shows Freddy walking, it's like how do I describe it? It's like he's like there's like a mouse dragging. You don't see it obviously.
It's almost like a mouse dragging Freddy.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like he's moving down too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
I
tell if
can't-
that's an error or if that's like purposely there. And since it's Piemations, I'd imagine it's like purposefully there as a joke because Piemations does that a lot sometimes. Where like
It's almost like that one thing where that one series, like musical series where things go accordingly wrong in plan, but it's on purpose.
yeah, and I've been meaning to point that out. I haven't seen much comments in like the comment section pointed out either. So I guess people understand that it's like a joke, or I guess. I don't know. Do you think there'd be at least one that'd be like, oh, there was something there? But yeah, I just love how Glamrock Freddy also just completely massacres Moon, and then like it cuts to like them walking. Freddy's just being Glamrock Freddy's just being normal and everything, and then Gregory is just so traumatized. If it's one thing Piemations does amazing at in his animations, it's definitely the facial expressions.
Yes.
Like, top tier. And so,
I
go ahead.
I as much as I love the sequel for 5 a.m. at Freddy's, I think the facial experience has like moved on from me. Like I think it's like the weakest facial experience.
Yeah. I still think the first Piemations is the first 5 a.m. at Freddy's animation, like the FNAF 1 is like the weakest still for me.
Well, in general, the first one is the weakest. I meant by like the facial expressions.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, because of this new one, fucking my video's outdated now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Same thing with the Living Tombstone censoring video with like the previous topics. Oh my god, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, well, for the Living Tombstone, we had a feeling they may make another one, but not for Piemations.
Yeah, no, I thought Piemations was done.
Same here.
I think like even though he made it for Security Breach, I think it's clear it's because of the movie he decided to like make it. Which I think I understand why he didn't do the movie, because at that point he'd just be remaking his first 5 a.m. at Freddy's animation. Because that's like FNAF 1 and like the movie is based off of FNAF 1. But yeah. So speaking of my video being outdated, I guess I have to give a new ranking for my Piemations. Alright, so
Just make a review of the Superstars edition.
I could do that actually. I might do that, but so 5 a.m. at Freddy's the sequel, like the FNAF 3 one, is still my favorite. 5 a.m. at Freddy's the prequel is still my second favorite. So okay.
Oh damn! I meant to say the prequel for the facial expressions.
Oh, yeah. I kind of figured, honestly. Okay, so from best to worst, 5 a.m. at Freddy's the sequel, 5 a.m. at Freddy's the prequel, then 5 a.m. at Freddy's Superstar Edition. Yep, I placed it as number 3. Then 5 a.m. at Freddy's the final horror views, and then just 5 a.m. at Freddy's. I put Superstar Edition above 4 and 1. I still prefer 2 and 3 though. Yes, I love like a lot of the jokes in 5 a.m. at Freddy's the final horror views, especially like the band stuff of like Nightmare Freddy, Fredbear, and Nightmare, and then like the crying child is like calling Nightmare Freddy's plain shit. I love that stuff, and then like some of the other.
Dare I say it?
But I think I prefer the jokes in Superstar Edition much more, and plus the music video kind of like escalates it for me too. Go ahead.
Dare I say it? The Freddles guy.
Oh yeah, Freddles guy. Yeah, I love how in like the final horror reviews, the Freddles just like shave Crying Child's hair and then like, they blame each other. That was one of the highlights for that one too.
I'm pretty sure that was actually like a Family Guy reference. I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Oh yeah, maybe. I think I recall that from seeing Family Guy. Anyway, yeah. Overall, 5 a.m. at Freddy's Superstar Edition was really good, and it was a good return. And the music video that goes along with it is also pretty good. I recommend both. And I finally had something more to talk about with the topic than the songs. Finally. You have anything else you want to say about 5 a.m. at Freddy's Superstar Edition?
I guess I'll say Piemations put a Living Tombstone, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And a Luhigini. And because like Luhigini was like the same way too. Because before like he was kind of done with FNAF after like Pizza Sim, but then he came back with Security Breach.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like another one too. I know people don't like him that much, so that's why I guess like nobody really includes him in that return status. But like he did do like a Living Tombstone and Piemations.
And they both stopped like at a different game.
Yeah, like all three of them, they stopped their FNAF stuff at like a certain game, and then they came back because of Security Breach. Like literally, Security Breach was like the first thing they came back to. Each and all three of them. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. So the next topic is like probably gonna be another one I won't have a lot to say about, and that's MatPat's like one like FNAF community video, one on Game Theory, where it's why you hate my theories, which he basically talks about how FNAF theorizing has become toxic and everything. Like the FNAF community we know is fucking toxic. It still is, but like the theorizing community especially, and he goes over why. And honestly, I agree with his points.
Yeah, I agree too. I was surprised to hear that people don't like the Bonnie bully is Casey's father, which I thought was a kind of a solid theory, honestly.
Yeah, I still am not a fan of Greg Bot, but people took it too far, I guess. And I've grown to like MatPat. I used to not like him, but nowadays I like MatPat. I do agree that some of his theories sometimes are just like, but again, they're just, like he says, they're just theories. But hey, that's just a theory, a game theory,
A game theory.
Thanks for watching. But
I'm pretty sure, like, most of the FNAF community takes, like, theories way too seriously.
Yeah. And I'm someone that doesn't really give a shit about the lore that much anyway, so...
I'm pretty sure, like, everyone thinks, like, MatPat's theories are, like, canon and official.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, too. People take what he says as gospel, when, like... It's what you shouldn't do.
Yeah, because, like, since MatPat is, like, very, like, big in the FNAF community, to where Scott even knows him.
Yeah, it's like... And also one thing about his video that like I thought was interesting was when he went to like I forgot what he called it, but it's like ways people theorize, you know. He uses FNAF as an example of like someone who changed like theorizing styles. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, you're talking about like that one quiz thing. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
I tried to do it myself, but apparently it costs money.
Oh yeah, I didn't even bother with it. I just thought it was interesting, but like I didn't like bother to see like what I am is. Again, I'm not that much of like a FNAF lore guy. I know that doesn't apply to FNAF, just FNAF lore. It applies to just like theorizing or thinking as like a human, but like
I'm thinking it's more of personality wise.
Yeah, that too. Like one of those personality quizzes. But no, I think this is more official, isn't it? I think it's like more official though.
Yeah.
So that's why like it's like I'm pretty sure MatPat wouldn't just promote it as like a simple ass like personality quiz that's like a scam. He would like he does research on the shit and then like yeah. Sometimes he doesn't do research because again, I don't know if he still does, but at one point he did support Autism Speaks, which is like an ableist charity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's past that, so I don't really know what to do. I don't know if he still supports it. I doubt it, but especially because of backlash. But anyway, back to like the video. I really have nothing else to say. I think his video was good. He brought up good points, and like the stuff near the end with like the theory style quiz shit was interesting.
And hopefully his video showed that that more people that the theory side of the FNAF community can be really toxic at a lot of times.
Oh yeah, definitely. yeah, that's all I have to say. So next topic, second to last coming, Freddy in Space 3, Chica in Space, which was basically a troll game disguised as FNAF Movie the game. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And then like I saw Freddy in Space 3, and I was like, oh, okay. I have not, and for the record, as of recording this, I have not played it yet. I'm gonna play that in November. When it, like,
Have you seen spoilers for the game?
Yeah, I have seen like people getting mad at the inappropriate content. And
Okay, I was about to say, I wanted to mention that I'm pretty sure Freddy in Space 3 is now the most mature FNAF official FNAF game now.
Yep, it's. If I ever make a sequel to my FNAF controversy, I swear I'm putting it on there.
Oh.
But like, yeah, I have seen. There was like one person on Twitter in particular that was like getting upset at Scott for like any mature content to a kid series, even though like there's Game Jolt ratings and stuff saying it's mature.
Yeah, he even had a mature warning.
Yeah, like, bro. And then obviously, of course, the FNAF community is just always gonna have something to complain and bitch about. It's the FNAF community.
Yeah. I'm surprised he even made like a Five Nights in Anime reference.
Oh yeah.
I freaking love Taste Toy Chica appearing in that.
Yeah. And then like the Freddy mug and stuff. I just need that.
Yeah. And Buff Helpy, my boy.
And Roxanne Wolf, of course. Yeah. But then there's also the ending of the game, which like gives you like a URL link, which takes you to like security footage for the FNAF movie, which like has.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah. And like
it felt for some it did feel like it showed like that the movie would be more scarier than it would be.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I have seen like the 9-minute video of that though, of like the URL. That was cool.
I like the part in that video where Foxy is walking with the and then crushes the pit bull.
Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to mention, but then I forget. Oh wait, no, I remember. On Twitter, Doggo mentions about Buff Helpy being canon, and I think
I forgot Buff Helpy was made canon. God damn it.
Yeah, I love Buff Helpy.
Well, I don't even know if Freddy in Space 3 is like canon. It's just like official. So like Buff Helpy.
Well, just to let you know, I think that Doggo tweet made you two make a official Buff Helpy figure.
Oh my god. Dude, I've never been the biggest fan of Buff Helpy. I never thought it was funny. I'm sorry. But,
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. You know, I haven't played Freddy in Space 3, so I don't have like a lot to say. I am gonna play it though, like in November, but so yeah, I have nothing else to say. Do you?
Well, I will say this: I'm surprised Scott made a "not safe for work" joke in his games.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So the last topic of the podcast episode is this month. A Bite at Freddy's, which is like the fan. Because usually, if there's like a notable fan game that came out in the month, we usually cover it as like the final thing of the episode, like we did with like the first episode with Playtime with Percy. So like A Bite at Freddy's. Honestly, I wouldn't say really like it, but I like it. It's a quaint fan game. The gameplay is engaging. It's like visually cool. I love the talk show like theme. That's like unique to a FNAF game.
Wasn't there also like a Western cowboy theme?
Oh yeah, that too. And then like Foxy.
I also like the animatronic designs too.
Yeah, Foxy's like a nerd as well.
Yeah, I think Foxy's maybe my favorite. It's like the most unique, but I still like it.
I like how Fredbear is just named Threadbear, like Thread instead of Fred.
Also, I like how they went for the unique approach with the no legs design.
Oh yeah, that shit's cool. That is
Like, I'm
unique.
pretty sure, like, Chuck E. Cheese rebooted did that first.
I like
They
how
were, like, the only one.
I like how it's also not like a 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. thing. It's like a conveyor belt order deliveries, orders type of thing. But yeah. And it's the same. And this game's made by the same person that made Fredbear's Fright and Fredbear and Friends Left to Rot, which are both solid fan games, especially Left to Rot. I need to replay
He's
those
currently,
though.
and he's also part of the development team behind Pop Goes Evergreen.
Oh yeah, that is also true. Yeah. And the game is surprisingly short. Bite of Freddy's is surprisingly, unless you count like the custom challenges shit. But like the game itself, there's only like four or something. There's only like 4 shifts or nights. I think isn't it called shifts?
Maybe.
Yeah, I know it's not called nights. I know that much. I love how the phone, like the equivalent to the phone guy, is like a walkie-talkie with like a cowboy hat, or I think it was a cowboy hat. No, I think it. Well, yeah, there's cowboy. I think it was a walkie-talkie. Maybe it was a phone. Maybe it was a phone.
I'm pretty sure that was also. No, I'm pretty sure it was a walkie-talkie.
Whatever the case was, it had like a cowboy hat, so it, like did with the theme even more. Thought it was cool.
I'm pretty sure it also had a unique role and it said in a text bubble and not in like a voice over.
Yeah, that was unique too. Like this fan game did like a lot, like plenty of unique stuff, and like I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing. People say it's amazing. I don't think it's amazing, but like I think it's good. And yeah,
I
go ahead.
don't really see that much like big FNAF fan games that came out this year as of right now.
Yeah, like we've had this. We've had Playtime with Percy. I guess Dorminimus Remaster would be big. It's not as popular though.
There's also the Return of Bloody Knights.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's like the biggest one, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I don't think there was like that much notable fan game, which is gonna be hard for me when I make my top 5 best FNAF fan games of 2023 video in 2020.
Yeah, I was thinking about that since like there's not that much big FNAF fan games coming out this year.
Especially since I'm not putting Return of the Bloody Knights on the list, and it would be on like dishonorable mentions. I don't like it.
And I'm pretty sure Bondies 2 is coming out next year and not this year.
Yeah. Yeah, for a second I thought the first game, I like quickly thought the first game was like this year, but no, that came out late 2022.
You put a top 5 in your 2022 best.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. But yeah, I have nothing else to say about Bite of Freddy's. Solid fan game. Do you have anything else to say about it?
I'll shout out to Proxy. No, not Proxy. I will shout out to Foxy because I actually like his design in that game.
Yeah, Foxy has like one of the best designs in the game. I think Freddy also has like a perfect design. He's like the talk show shit. But yeah. That's this month's episode of the Tyler Podcast Redux. So to summarize, I loved the FNAF movie. I thought it was good despite critics and fights at theaters and movie stealing signs, and then my own like criticisms of the movie. We did it without being spoilerly too. The Chuck E. Cheese Five Nights at Fun stuff is stupid because of like
Just how like it went.
Yeah, because of how like hypocritical it all is. And then it's cool that like Clickteam is potentially making a new FNAF game, although it could probably just be fanverse ports. And then the Living Tombstone Join Us for a Bite remix is pretty good. The Goth remix of like the FNAF song by Living Tombstone, that's like official by the Living Tombstone, is like amazing. I love it a lot. 5 a.m. at Freddy Superstar Edition is amazing. Plus the music video it's attached with is pretty good. it's funny and everything. I agree with Matt Pat's why you hate my theories, like FNAF video. He made good points, and I like the stuff near the end with like the quiz shit. Freddy's Base 3 is a good troll game that people got mad over because FNAF community is a bunch of stupid babies. And also it has some cool FNAF movie stuff at the end with the URL.
Facts.
And then A Bite of Freddy's is it's a short but quaint little FNAF fan game that I like. That's all. Anything else you have to say on Pumpkin?
A lot of people already said that Rotten Tomatoes is a bad website anyways.
Yeah. It's just shit. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, this month's episode of the Tyler Podcast Redux. This was a big month. It's probably the biggest episode yet.
We passed 1 hour.
Yeah, we did. This is the longest. Because the longest up to this point was like the first episode, which was the first. I don't know which one it was, but one of them is like 55 minutes, which was like the longest up until now. So hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I had fun today. I'll see y'all in the next thing I do. Toodles.
See ya later.